Civ 7 has a problem. A small problem that is map size is currently limited to standard. But what if I was to tell you that bigger maps do exist? What if I was to tell you that those maps already exist in the game files? They've just been locked away for whatever purpose. I'm not sure. Stability? DLC? Patches? I don't know. If I just quickly show you, huge maps are here. Here they are. Do they take an inappropriately large amount of CPU and GPU and RAM? Time will tell. Are we going to have a lot of fun? Are we going to have too much space? Are there going to be enough civs to pad out the map? Is it even pointless to have this much space on a map right now in Civ 7? All of these are good and appropriate questions, but the sorts of questions we can only ask by playing the game. We'll go to Deity. I want to know what sort of thing you want to see. The only rule in today's stream is that we're going to be playing an inappropriately large map, and we're going to have tons of space, and we're going to have tons of fun to spread. Firstly, the first one has got to be Ibn Battuta. Extra sight on units, memento choices, the absolute pioneer, right? So he is choice number 1. Choice number 2 is everyone's favorite sleep-deprived leader, poor Isabella. Look at her. She looks so utterly done with life. She's checked out. Why is she really cool? Well, we spawn next to a natural wonder, which is really cool, but also extra yields from natural wonders, and we can go and find a ton of them. There'll be tons of natural wonders on a huge map, so that could be really good fun. But why is Xerxes an option? Well, Xerxes, out of every civ or leader in the game, has more settlement limit. He is the wide monster. Nobody can settle wider than Xerxes. He is just incredible at it. And the fourth option for a super large map is Baroque Frederick, because he's a wild card because he was put on the thumbnail. He has no abilities that endear him to this sort of map at all. Who do you think? Before the game launched, we have a content creator Discord, a secret little community where we chat about you, behind your backs. Yes, specifically you, all of the streamers. Who do you reckon was everybody's favorite choice, or who we thought the best leader in the game was? It's slightly underrated, and I know hasn't really been shouted about very much. It's not Rizzler. It's not Rizzler. Not Machiavelli. No, not Augustus. Okay, Machiavelli and Augustus have been tipped for S tier quite justifiably because of the influence and the gold spamming, and Augustus is just the town master. Nope. Confucius? Nope. Shungshak? Nope. Ashoka. This guy is legitimately broken. He is really, really good. All buildings gain a +1 happiness adjacency from all improvements. He has so much happiness, he physically cannot be unhappy. And then he just celebrates all the time because he's so happy. And then you get extra food. And then you get a food on top of that. Oh, jeez. Why is he so good at really, really wide maps? +1 settlement limit per age. So we're going to do a couple of things here in order to make sure that we are really exploiting the map as much as we can. Corona Civica. This is a memento that gives you +1 settlement limit per age. It's not even just one, it's per age. So late into the game, this gets really good. Yes, 50% extra convert to city cost. You will spend a little bit of gold to make cities. But so with this confirmed and his ability already, instead of starting with 3 settlements, we can have 5. So that's already pretty wide. He's a wide boy. I was thinking going for Imago Mundi so that I can explore the map really quickly, because this massively helps scouts. I believe Rome is one of the 2 civs that has double settlement expansion. So in their civic tree, I believe Rome has the option to get settlement cap up twice, which is really good. The other option, of course, who does that is Persia. Persia also has a second settlement in there, and also we have the double stacking of the combat bonuses, which is really good. Gate of All Nations is also low-key a ridiculously broken wonder. The other option I think would be really funny is Maya, because I believe Maya may well be entirely broken and so overpowered. If you haven't played Maya. Oh, hey, it's Borderline. Hello, Carl. How you doing? He's played it. Oh, I bet you have. Carl, we need words about Maya. We need words. No, the Mayans are broken because of this. The unique quarter. Every time you research a technology, the settlement gains production equal to 15% of the cost. It's so broken. This thing can basically 2-hit, or if not 1-hit, wonders. I'm not joking. It can finish wonders every time you make a technology. And it's in every single city. And you get to take it into exploration and modern. So when you're trying to win the game later, let's say, I don't know, I've got a big space project or Manhattan project or something that involves a lot of production. All you have to do is finish a technology and like, bam, it's done. It's just done. Xerxes and Rome, I know, it's a controversial pairing, but it is a pairing that works really, really well because Rome has the Legion, and the Legion in antiquity is probably the best unit in that entire age. It is so powerful and can get up to +8 combat strength. You combine that with Xerxes' combat strength when attacking, powerful. And then the Legatus can just spam cities everywhere and settlements. It's just a shame. The Forum is okay, but when you consider the power of the Forum compared to the power of the Uwe Belkua, which is not how you say that at all, it's stark how powerful it is. Sup, Ursa. That's up, in case you wanted to know. Spiff broke Legion so hard. Oh, no. Oh, we can break Legion even more than Spiff has, trust me. Spiff thinks he's broken Legion. Not quite. Bam. Oh, okay. So it spawned me in distant lands. It spawned me in distant lands. Okay. Hey, it happens. This is why we're using mods. So technically this is still antiquity. So we've got a lot of space. I love it. We are the distant land Civ. I mean, I could play this. I think I'm tempted. Let's move one tile up the river and just see if it expands. Nothing really. I'd like to go on the coast. Yeah, it's not a bad navigable river, isn't it? Right. 1, 2. I would like more vegetated than that, to be absolutely honest with you, but it's fine. There's more vegetated. Okay, we've actually got quite a lot around. And this looks like a really cool double navigable river. Look at this. Plus, hey, do you remember, chat, the trick in Civilization 6? Do you see the way the water's flowing from left to right? You can see it if we zoom in a little bit, and then this one is going left to right. That means the sea is in this direction. Haha! Now we know. Let's make the Jaguar Slayer, which is our unique scout. It's basically like a regular scout, except it can put down traps and it can fight. Double the floods. I know. Maybe it is double the floods. Double trouble. Toil and trouble. This way comes a scout and it will bubble. Don't forget, we have taken the wonderful memento, which gives me +3 sight instead of +1 when I press the button. Da-da-da! Oh, that's a good spawn. Oh, we're on distant lands again. We're on distant lands again. I didn't think we were, because I thought gold was a distant lands resource. That must only change later. Interesting. You know what? Sod it. We're committing. I'm committing. I don't care. Now, I would like to go over to this gold as soon as possible, because the gold increases purchasing towards buildings, which is one of the strongest abilities in the game. So we're going to go that way. Incense is really strong as well with the Mayan start. Right, here's the gold. Bam. So now, whenever I use my gold to purchase a building, it is substantially cheaper, which is really good. Only 100 need for a granary. Delish. Bam. See more? This is a really, really good start. I am really intrigued to see what happens when we improve this thing. Because we're not going to spawn treasure. It won't spawn treasure. Oh, hello. There is something about the fact that in this game, I always spawn next to Ashoka. I don't know what it is, but Ashoka is there. Again, hello, friend. Let's be friendly for now. I can open markets and see if he'll give us 6 gold per turn. Just accepts it. Fine, that's okay. That'll do. 11 gold per turn. That's pretty good. So 2 questions. Does the game allow me to continue, or has it got really confused? And has it given me a resource? It has given me a resource that doesn't appear to do anything, but it is a resource. Okay. Okay. Right, let's now go for the Pantheon as soon as we can. Does it trigger Silk Road? Yes. So we can still win. Okay, so it's just useless. So we're going to effectively be handicapped on this start. I think science or food. These are the 2 choices. Either we focus on economic growth or we focus on the science in order to make sure that we really push our science bonus as the Mayans. I'm tempted to become a despot because then it also gives me more infantry unit production. I think despot though. There you go. Do I know if they've patched Dogo? I actually don't. don't. If you don't know, Dogo Onsen is a wonder in the modern age, which on a celebration is supposed to give the city you build it in an extra population. At the moment, it gives every single settlement in your empire population. It's so broken, but it's really entertainingly broken. Congratulations for all the drawings. Hey, thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. May I say that I am glad for the break. I am very, very nicely glad for the break from drawing. Oh, you should check out my last drawing. My last drawing was awesome. Do you mean, like, what did I draw as in, what was Ursa doing? If you missed Ursa drawing every day badly until Civ 7, then that's probably for the best. Now the people demand drawing badly every day until Civ 8. Politely, I say, go away. Now, here's an interesting one. Mr. Friedrich has decided he wants to denounce me, even though he's given me a scientific agreement. Do I want to fight with Rome? Rome and Prussia? It is historically accurate, Prussia. Yeah, it's true. Fine, I'll accept your denunciation, but I'm not happy about it. I will, however, befriend this independent to see if we can get this on side for the war. Historically accurate Prussia to be just, you give with one hand, you take with the other. We've now hit 7 population, and we've got the possibility now to get the library, which we are going to do in a second, but I'm now going to start to get some settlers, and we will start to flock to some good resources. All of these are terrible, but I would like the gold. The gold is amazing. Having more tropical terrain will be really handy as well. Does Potato McWhiskey like whiskey? That is a very valid question. I actually don't know the answer to that one. I would assume the answer is yes, but I could be wrong. Right, here we go. Writing. +1 science on the library and a codex to immediately pop in. So we're going to purchase that library. Now 180 gold. There is a beautiful +5 because there's 2 resources around the tile. And as soon as you build your first library, you get a 3 codex. Bam. So now we have 2. And we've gone to 34 science per turn. Does Ursa Ryan like Ryan? Depends on the day. Depends on the day. Animal husbandry will unlock my unique archer, and masonry will unlock the monument, which will help me to get even more influence and boost my culture up a little bit. If you have FOMO about Civ 7, don't worry, Civ Revolutions is still available. Oh, well, it is an option, I guess. Okay, Pantheon. Most of them have been taken. Okay, we've only got a few choices. God of the Forge. Production towards buildings in a city with an altar. Meh. Production on fishing boats? Meh. I could get fishing boats here. It's not the worst idea. God of the Sun, just for a little bit of extra yield, is fine. Production towards military units and cities is fine. Science on quarters in settlements. You don't really get a large boost from that one. We get production towards settlers. Again, it's a very small boost. Altar receives 1 happiness adjacency for coast, lakes, and navigable rivers. Well, we do have navigable rivers and we do have coast. Sacred waters isn't necessarily a bad idea. Production on clay pits, mines, and quarries. Oh, okay. So I do have 1 mine. We're not really going to build. If you had to pick one of those 2, what would you go for? Production on things like the mine or happiness adjacency? Like, for instance, I could put one that would give 3 adjacency there, 3 adjacency there, 4 adjacency there. More celebrations. It's an indirect bonus, but it is a bonus. Stone circles, production. Silver over there. We don't have many mines, to be honest with you. I think we're going to go for Sacred Waters. I think that is the better play. So we're going to go for the Reign of Chuck first. This is basically like an extra library with a ton of science. It's really, really cool. And it also means that our altar gains science adjacency from vegetated terrain. So suddenly we have a bit of a double thing we can play here. Like a tile like this would have happiness and science. Even, all right, hello. I was not expecting to meet another person on distant lands, but here we are. Where are you? Don't know, but I've just noticed there's a, where I should have spawned on the regular continent, there's actually a city-state I can interact with. 6 happiness on the altar. That's big. That's a really big improvement. Serta has sent a hostile person over. It's 3 turns and they'll be non-hostile to me, so I don't need to worry about an army just yet. Tundra starts are legitimately incredibly powerful in Civ 7. Definitely powerful. Definitely another age to come. I'm pretty proud of that as a prediction because I think I called age 4 like weeks and weeks ago, and that was my hot take guess. So I am really quite proud that seems to have been an accurate guess. Makes me feel very smug. Redwood. Redwood's really nice. Redwood is a good combo of culture and science, and then also the food and production on the tiles as well. That's a really good wonder. We might go and settle over towards there, actually. Really good. I'm also going to forward settle Friedrich as well, just to make sure that I've got a really decent chance of killing him. He denounced me. Let's not forget this. Oh, is Roman holiday here? Oh no. Here we go. Veteran Civ AI modifier. Noct and I are working on an AI mod together. Oh goodness. No, no, no. You don't feel like you have to do that. If you want to just leave the AI alone in its really blissfully useless state, then please feel like you can do that. Please do. Oh wow, that's a big army. I think we've just found the army. You know what, right? So we're just gonna form an alliance here with Iban. So we've got this settler appearing, and then after that settler, I'm gonna start to really focus on grinding an army out, which would mean going for bronze working here to get all the boost. There is silver, by the way, which means I can now buy in units a little cheaper, which I probably should do. Should we get some Hulche? Let's go quickly for discipline to get the commander, and then we'll drop back into my civic tree. Now he's denouncing me. You know what? Fine. If you want to keep denouncing me, that's okay. I mean, I've already disliked you massively. I don't know why you're doing that second time, but sure. Oh, he just took my goodie heart. Mean. Fine. What kind of victory am I going for in this run? Kind of a bit of everything at the beginning. We're planning on just settling as wide as possible. We're playing the ultra wide build. We'll see if we can pull this off. I'm actually going to go for the silver and the double cotton over in this direction now with my next settler. Does the city center of a town count as a city hall? Is it? So yeah, this is really confusing. All settlements have city halls in the middle of them, apart from your capital. Even if it's not a city. This is actually a town, but it has a city hall. Don't ask. It just works. It just works, all right? Don't worry about it. This settler will finish. Here we go. And here's the war. The war has been declared. So we didn't get very long. What did you miss? Well, we forward settled, and we messed around, and we're about to find out, because Friedrich is not going to be particularly happy about this, but he will now declare war on my ally. I can start to support myself in this war, but now we desperately spam Hulche and galleys. Galleys can't be killed, and we'll basically just be able to hold this bay, which would be pretty handy. Celebration specifically was infantry units. Okay, so I want to be making the melee troops. Okay, right, fine. So we'll make some Hulche. We'll do that, and then I'll buy in the boat. We'll move you to that. I think I just put you next to us 2 slingers, haven't I? That's not good. Let's just start buying in troops every turn. We should be able to spam quite a few out here. And I will buy in a galley as well. It's fine. Resources don't matter. These are all treasure resources. They do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. Oh, bam. Yeah, bad move. Bad move. Moving that unit out was not a clever thing to do at all. But I'm going to have to do it again, you know. Oh, wow. That's so much damage to my... Wow. Rude. Fine. Get a general ASAP. What do you think I'm doing? I'm already on the way to that. Okay, we're going to have an ally in a second. It'll come in and help. We might lose this settlement. This settlement might be lost, but it's okay. We'll continue fighting as long as we can. Never surrender. No, it's true. Yeah. Okay, this is not long for this world, this place. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so the walls are already down, and the Hulche is already starting to take damage. That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. This is going down. I'm yelling timber. We're going to have to counterattack to take this place back. This is going to be a counterattack sort of situation. We're making units. I think there's no point buying anything else here. We're just going to stand and fire and do some damage. Good as we can, and then go straight for bronze working. Get that in as fast as we can. Might be able to claim it back as a peace deal as well. You never really know. Oh, if I had 200 gold, we could have got a horseman. That's a shame. Oh, horsemen are such powerful units. All right, fine. What are Hulche secret powers? Well, they are ranged units that can see through vegetation and may ignore movement penalties through vegetated terrain. So they're not very good. I do get some abilities with them later. So they gain stealth on vegetated terrain, and then I can give them poison as well. 3 combat strength against wounded units. They're not particularly aggressive, to be honest with you. They're more of a sort of skirmisher ranged unit. There's Uxmal. It's gone. It's fallen, but that's okay. It just means we'll have to claim it back. That's why these units are here. We've also got the army commander now. So we'll start building up an army as flanked by this galley, and we can stop them from using the coast. City-state bonus. City-state unique inventory. 20% cheaper to purchase. Each one is slightly more expensive than the last. 2 combat strength for every adjacent military unit. That sounds fun. That sounds quite fun. Hill fort gives production, sight, and combat strength when defending. We could use hill forts on rough terrain. That's also not a bad idea. Combat strength to infantry units for every city-state I'm suzerain of. I think we're actually going to go for this one first because I can use my gold to buy those units. Which are they? 45 gold. They're really cheap and they're very strong as well. That's awesome. Let's give that a go. Okay, so they are shuffling stuff around and they've killed that unit, which is rather annoying. Never mind. It's my own fault. Pull you to that. Pull you forward. Start doing some good damage to the units that can't fire back. There we go. So we got these pinned now quite nicely. Purchase. Strong unit. Nice. City-state bonus. Here we go. Gain a free civic when I become suzerain. Oh, actually, that's pretty handy. Yeah, let's do this one. Really want my unique buildings. Science if adjacent, if on vegetation. Now, I can't start making this until I know I'm safe. That's the thing. Can merchants build roads to disconnected settlements? Yes, they can if they're in range. The fact that didn't spawn a road in means it's probably not in range. So it's probably a little bit of a fool's errand to try and connect it up. Well, they've built walls in my settlement. Don't do that. That's just mean. And now we're starting to advance forward. Revenge is in the air. Oh, wow. Look, this city-state was blowing this settlement to bits. That's awesome. Could actually disperse this. I think I will, you know. Bam, 50 culture. Seems brutal, but that actually gets me my unique thing. And look at this. We get some more gold to buy him some stuff as well. That's awesome. Okay, peace. People rejected. Okay, well, no war then. Sorry. If you don't give me my stuff back, it will be forever war. All units gain poison ability, +3 combat strength against wounded units. Here we go. And another +3 combat strength for playing as Xerxes. So that's +6. And fine. Gate of all nations. I'm going to give it a go. So let's fire and get that. Promotion available. Infantry units when attacking. No, we're going to go ranged units when attacking because I've got my unique. So I want to make sure they're nice and powerful. We'll get you to attack. We'll get you to attack. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Yeah, good. And now my galleys can just take their time on this. Lovely. Okay. Is the commander really a bloke on a throne being carried around? Of course they are. What did you expect? An actually competent unit? Oh, their Legion have appeared. Legion appearing is a bad news bears. This is not a good thing. And a level 4 Legato. Oh man, that commander is tough. Then we're going to go for that slinger kill. And that will give me a nice army command upgrade, which we're going to use for siege units get extra strength when attacking, which is good. And then this Hulche is going to not bother to upgrade just yet. Bam. It's another kill. Okay, now, in theory, would you have peace? Yes. He's not yet getting me a sit. I want another settlement. I'm going to just hold in on this war for a sec and see. This is something that I'm asking you, the audience, because I still haven't quite figured this out. The Mayan science building is supposed to give +2 science if planted on vegetation. So my question is this currently working? Because I feel like if I put it on vegetation, I get 5 science. And if I don't, I get 5 science. I feel like that's not currently working properly. Now we can go for the army commander. Focus fire. Everyone. Bam. Oh, poor Legion. Yeah. We can buy the Jalor. On top, completing my unique district. And now, every time I finish a tech, I get a huge production boost in my capital. And it is massive. If I just sort of give you an example, currently we're working 47 science per turn. 47 science per turn. Currency is 4 turns, which means roughly, for the sake of maths, it is about 200 science. That means my city will gain 30 production, which is 2 turns of production. At the moment, it's like a quarter of a wonder. And it just starts scaling up and up and up and up. It's so powerful, it's ridiculous. Here we go. The Gate of All Nations. 2 war support in every single war from this point onwards. So now I have 3 combat strength and a huge happiness penalty now against Frederick, which will make him more likely to want peace. Much more likely. My boat is pretty good. We'll just attack like so. This unit can move forward. It's very powerful. You can move to there. Let's get a focus fire order. And then the melee troop in, and we've now pushed, and we can attack next turn. Now they're finally trying to assault. Fortunately for you, I left my unit here for this. I knew you couldn't help yourself. Color-coded districts, I think everyone misses color-coded districts. I don't think we all realized just how much easier it made the game until they were gone, and it was too late. Focus fire. like so. And in we go. Bam. Milestone complete. And calendar round. Yay! Finished. So now I can get culture and science on happiness buildings. We're going to take charismatic leader and put the culture one in because that's just better. Take this one out and put this one in as well because it's just better. Look at this. Here we go. So we have 6 points. 5 settlements and one of them is captured. We're just going to keep pushing. Raise it. I'm not raising it. No, I'm keeping this. Send a message. Now, here's the thing. I like the idea of raising in Civ, but at the moment, this feels like the penalty for raising is really, really bad, because if we have a look at this, opponents in all current and future wars will gain 1 bonus war support against you. That's brutal. Imagine if you wanted to raise a Civ. That would be like 7 or 8 war support. That's bad. That feels like a penalty, which is slightly too strong. If we start producing treasure, this is going to be hilarious. All of my settlements are either on fresh water or on navigable rivers. Sorry, on the coast. So these all should start producing treasure next stage, which is really funny. Did you just deny my open borders? You just denied my open borders. Harsh. Right, ballista. We're going to get a couple of ballista. We need them to defeat these walls. Oh, Legion. Legion's not good. But we defended like a pro. Look at that. Wow. Pravis, are you still, like, how much Civ are you playing? Are you playing lots of Civ 7 still? More importantly, are you free tomorrow? I'll Discord you after this. Oh, well, congratulations again, Pravis. That's wonderful news. Oh, I hope it's nothing but joy and not at all anything in the region of just endless nights and being kept up. Look at this. Combat strength from neighboring military units +6. Bronze working. First strike. Order. Crusher of rebellions. That is +22 I've stacked up right now. +22. Try and stop me. Try and stop me. I dare you to. Mundo perdido means lost world. Does it? I didn't know that. Interesting. 175 gold. We want as many cities as we can. Our aim is to get 4 or 5 of our unique quarters going. We need as many of these as possible, because then in the exploration, we're going to be laughing. Good narrative choices on Colosseum too. Yeah, some really good narrative choices. Basically makes all of your army way stronger, which is really cool. Now, actually, what we're going to do, focus fire ranged units on that. Bam. Look at that. Why would you... Oh, there's a cliff. There's a cliff on that tile. Okay, that's fairly annoying. Okay, fair enough. I'm complaining, but it is my fault. But luckily, we've got the unit here now, so it's going to attack from the other side of the cliff. Friedrich is not happy. He has had a better day than this day. This day has not gone well for him overall. Can you just give me Rome now? Rome is mine. You attacked me. Okay, the army commander. Can you focus fire onto... There you go. There. And you can see the siege equipment is doing damage to the legatus in the city center, which is wonderful. I'm just going to damage the library, gain a bit of science. Thank you. Ostia will fall next turn, hopefully. Taruga. Good to see you. Oh, what am I going to do? Do I want to be a god? Do I want to be a great king? Or do I want nothing? Oh, I feel like I want to be a god. Let's make this go to my head. Have 2 monuments. We should do that pretty easily. My army is beginning to spread a bit thin, but we should be just about okay. Actually, that's the wall done. And no, why would you move like that? Oh, it's because the cliff is there as well. Oh, fine. That cliff has been the bane of my life. It really has. Okay, Ostia's walls are down. Ostia should fall. No, it should be able to take it. I used it to take this settlement. Yeah, pillage then. Why not? Okay, cool. Sure, that worked just as intended. Love it. Very good, very good. Do I want to put down the food in all settlements? This is a really good card. I think I do. Let's take the science off briefly and put the food in. So my latest game, did you know you were going to lose 90% of the gold between exploration and modern? No, I didn't. I actually was so annoyed. I messaged Carl and he very politely explained that was supposed to happen. And I was like, no. But yes, it's one of those mechanisms that is totally fine. I just need to actually work out how it works. There is Roma. They've taken this district back, which is really annoying. I think. There we go. Taken. Tactics. Taken. Done. Haha. Haha. Don't forget, by the way, every time I conquer a settlement, if you're wondering why I keep getting tons of culture, it's because I get 100 culture and 100 gold every age when I capture a settlement for the first time. They are going to attack and take this settlement back, which is really annoying. And I'm now at my settlement caps. I think what I might do is I might just peace out here and take a settlement, and then we'll just re-up the war in a little bit when we're ready, when we actually have the capacity to go through this again. I don't need to stretch this, but I don't want to lose the thing I've just got. Aquilia, yoink. This is a rational offer. You better believe it's a rational offer. Right, where's my other settlement? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Ha! Now what this does is it means I have time for all of my settlements to heal. And I've got time for all of my units to heal. 23 health, 9 health, 54 health, 64 health, 72 health. All of these are half dead. So we will go after this. And yeah, I'll take another alliance. That's great. That's cool. That's fun. 2 alliance. I just went out to the shops and got back and saw some strangely Roman named cities in Ursa colors and got confused. I can guarantee you have no idea what happened. Nothing suspicious happened here. And now we need to go for more influence. Because influence, I've still got this huge penalty. And the game doesn't tell me very accurately what the penalty is and where it's coming from, but I believe it's because we stole some cities. Why has that gone through so much all of a sudden? Oh, the game's doing quite well. That's why there's a lot of people pushing through. Okay, cool. If you want the economic tree, navigation is where you want to go, because the lighthouse increases settlement capacity by 2. People overlook this, but it is a gem. It is an absolute gem of a tech. I would strongly advise going on. I hope that Gwendolyn Christie has a lengthy contract for this game because she needs a lot more narration. Yeah, but she hasn't narrated every line, which is a strange thing. I'm not entirely sure why. I imagine it was just an artistic direction they took, to be honest with you. They didn't need something on every single line. Here we go. Here's the formal warp. We're going back to war now. Now we can deploy the army. Army commander, fire, promotion. Now we have fortifications gain 3 combat strength. That's huge because we can build them temporarily as well. Let's kill that chariot like so. That's a really good clear. So if I have a chance to speak every language but your native language, would you take it? Hang on. So if you had the chance to speak every language but your native language, would you take it? Oh, so I can't speak English, but I can speak every other language. That feels like a good deal. Like, I'm not going to lie. That feels like a deal where I gain a lot more than I lose. Look, actually, we got another level. Hey, which means we've also got merit, the command range. We've got a full bastion and a full assault tree, and we've got +5 on a range of 2 tiles. That's huge. That's really big. Seems like the patches, as of yet, have been very responsive to player feedback. Honestly, I mean, you've seen Carl appear on this stream. One of the lead developers of the game appeared on this stream just to come and hang for a little minute because they're taking feedback. They really do care about what's going on. It's amazing to see. It's really, really cool. Is that GG? Yeah, it's GG. I like your units do a little hop when you click on them. They're so excited. It's true. So you just confirmed me that killing a player seems to advance the age by a large amount, 6%. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. I wasn't watching. But yes, there's the crisis. So it did, yeah. Oh, wow. That just spawned a huge amount of city-state troops. That's impressive. Okay, so the city-states are getting unruly now. What's the crisis going to do? 5 gold for each imported resource. I don't have many of those. Less gold and food in terms of specialization sounds horrible. -1 happiness in all cities for each commander level. That'd be 8 happiness loss in every city. That's horrible. Tribute is horrible. I think gold for every imported resource because we've only got the 1 trade route. Yeah, 15 gold lost. That could have been a lot worse. We need to make sure that we pick up as many points as we can. We've got all of the military points we're going to get. Hence why we're on 8. Oh, wow. Ivan, my ally, is on 7 points. He's doing really well. We gotta up this as much as we can. So the Great Library, he's finished Silk Roads. That'll be why the tree got pushed forward so much. Interesting. So we need to get 2 more resources. Should be easy enough to do. Then 3 codices. Those are the most likely to work. Right, engineering just boosted and bam, it just took 2 turns of pyramids, 2 turns of Colosseum. That's just a mastery. That's just a mastery. So we'll go to masonry, which is 0 turns, then currency, then navigation. I mean, this stuff is falling into our laps right now. This is great. How does the town reset also forces them to lose the buildings built? Nope, the buildings are all still there. The buildings are all still there. They're in a different era, so they don't do as much. You have to overbuild them. And if you never upgrade it to a city, they will never get overbuilt. So they are substantially worse, but they still give you yields. I think any building in an age after the one you build it has a maximum yield of +2. So if it was like a 7 library, it will go down down to being a 2. So it gives you some yield, not all of them, but some. And it also basically keeps its cost, so the gold and the happiness cost. So it becomes like well worth overbuilding. Kind of kills your maintenance cost though, wouldn't it? A settlement with a bunch of unimproved buildings would be a big drain. Yes, yeah, that is exactly it. That's from what I can tell is the biggest draw to having a bunch of underutilized buildings in old cities and now towns. That's the biggest like problem in sort of quotation mark. Sean Bean narration was a moment in time, a great moment in time, one that we will all miss forever. Oracle's still available. I know. It's not quite like old Civ, is it? We need 2 more resources. That's the easiest way I'm going to get some resources. Probably trading with China. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't need that. I just need the lighthouse. I just need the lighthouse. Yeah. So the lighthouse will get me this. That will finish this tree. The culture tree is the other one. Can I get all 4 finished? Probably not. There's 1 wonder that's being finished there. Tikal has no other wonders. Now, I don't think it's going to be enough wonders, unfortunately. Culture for every city-state I'm suzerain of. That's nice. Let's do that. Perfect. The extended age is really helping me here. Now we get the military training mastery. More production. Aha! Oh, they didn't kill it. Nice. Just hover and lurk, just in case. Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Fight for your right to party. We're going to go and cleanse this thing off the face of the earth. Not enough time. Never enough time. 2 turns on the bell, but we're finishing a tech, which means because I'm Mayans, ta-da. This is why you need as many cities as you can get. As many cities as you can get. It's so powerful. Anyway, the bell lets me have a unique diplomatic endeavor, which means I can give food to capitals, which is very tasty. So we'll get that one. Need 2 more wonders now. Oracle, 6 turns. It's going to be tough. Crisis. Oh, no, that's a double crisis. This is bad. Okay. Gold to maintain military units. Less food. So I have 3 city-states. That's minus 30. That would be crippling in terms of the happiness penalty. Oh, next stage. This is going to be really good. 50% influence towards initiating and progressing the befriend independent action. We'll get that now. Iron working. Oh, we're almost at future tech. As soon as we get future tech, that's it. That's the age over. The wonder is a lie, just like the cake. Nice, nice, nice. We'll try and kill that as much as we can. Portal is wonderful. Portal is just an outstanding game. Portal 2, one of the first games I played with my old flatmate. That was amazing. Kept us going for days. It was horribly difficult. Oracle, get a settler. I'm going to try and build a little canal city there with 2 sources of camels. This is actually a really good settlement. A good way out at the end of the age. Nice. And let's get a +8 blacksmith. Yes, please. Hey, people, do you want to come and have a look at my perfection? My delicious 12 out of 12. My 3, 3, 3, and down here 3. Oh, Ursa, you filthy individual. I have to say though, look at this. Iban, 8 points. Confucius, 6 points. AI's doing some good play. It's doing some good play. Just not as good as me. But look at this. Silk Roads, Pax Imperator, Wonders of the World, Axis Mundi, Great Library, Antiquity. It's a good amount of XP. I'll take that. So, let's cronk. Let's see. Let's see if the game crashes. The game's been doing a lot of crashing with ages recently. It didn't crash. Yay! Okay, that's good. Who have we unlocked? We should have unlocked quite a few options, actually, because we were playing pretty well. Right, we don't have 3. We cannot play Mongolia. We cannot play Ming. We cannot play Majapahit. We have 8 options. Chola India, Hawaii, Inca, Norman, Swanee, Songhai, Spain, Abbasid. Who are we going to play? Technically, we're in a distant land, so we could play Spain, and yes, get the bonus. That would be relatively amusing. Kind of the way to think about a lot of this stuff. If we want to make a ton of money, Chola is a really, really good pick. Spain and Songhai are pretty good picks as well. If we want to stay scientific, best thing we can do is go for Abbasid. They are probably the most scientific choice. General economy is a sort of mix between like Inca, Norman, Shwari. And then we've got Hawaii as a crazy culture specialist. Like, oh my lord. I think as exploration civs go, Hawaii is probably the most overpowered by some way. I could also go for Imago Mundi to discover loads and loads about the new world. We could send scouts over to the homelands and see see what they do. Equally, we probably could flip that for something else that would be more fun. Like I'm thinking going for an expansionist attribute point, which would suddenly mean that I've got 9 settlements all making 2 food per warehouse building. Huge growth, absolutely massive growth that would be for me. Oh my lord, culture and military are so close. Oh man, if Spiff was here to bribe me once again, let me tell you, I am a man who enjoys to be bribed. I love a bribe. I would ignore democracy at any point and accept the result of a bribe. That's just how I play. I'm British. Gold for every 100 tiles explored feels like a large amount. It's not that large. Why is Hawaii so powerful at culture? Well, not only do you get culture from bits and pieces, within the civic tree of Hawaii, there is like so much culture. It's like all marine tiles will effectively gain 4 culture per turn. So settling islands is really, really important. You get culture of food buildings, which stacks really high. If anybody watched TGM play at the recent Hamburg event that I was at, the Civ World Tournament, you'll see how ridiculous Hawaii can be. They are crazy. I'll let you pick quickly. Civ. So it's either going to be Hawaii, it's going to be Spain, or it's going to be Norman. I think these are the 3 cultural choices. Spain is really attacky, really offensive, really aggressive. Norman is very defensive, and Hawaii is all about just obscene culture numbers, and definitely will get patched. Culture each time a settlement expands onto marine terrain. Happiness from fishing boats. Production towards a very nice wonder indeed. A very, very good improvement that could be just spammed all over your lands, and just an obscene civic tree. Right, so a couple of things you need to know. We gain another, because it's not coded quite correctly right now, 2 settlement limit in this age. It should just be 2 because we're in exploration. It is not. It is 1 for antiquity plus 2 for exploration for 3. Again, probably will be patched. Let's not complain about it right now. Then we're getting another 2 from Memento. So you should start with 8, but we actually have 13 settlement limit. Huge settlement limit. This is the settlement play. And now let me show you, ladies and gentlemen, why Hawaii should be nerfed. Are you ready? Let's start with the normal stuff. Mana. 2 culture every time a storm, flood, or volcanic eruption has provided fertility this age. Okay, fine. Fun, not very good. Okay, that's good. Production towards culture buildings. When you defeat an enemy unit, you gain culture. Again, fine. Nothing too bad here. Nothing too bad here. Ohana unlocks your unique improvement. What's that? Plus 4 culture on food buildings. Plus 4 culture on every granary, every fishing key, every grist mill. Like, yeah. Oh, my camera's in the way. Yeah, this is me. I'll navigate. I'll navigate over to the other side. Look at that. Look at that. 4 culture on food buildings. That is wild. And that's not even the best bet. Then we go down to this one. 2 extra culture for your special improvement if you've got a pavilion. Again, nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. There's nothing too offensive about that, right? So we're going to be eating well and we're going to be making culture. Then we go Honolulu. Plus 2 culture on marine terrain. Yep, just plus 2 culture on all marine terrain. That's quite a lot, especially when you go and settle on a bunch of islands. That's rather powerful. That is rather powerful. And it would be even, you'd just be left alone if you then didn't have this one on top of it. Did you see that? Plus 2 culture, again, on marine terrain in settlements following your religion. So that is plus 4 culture on every granary, every fishing key, and every grist mill, and plus 4 culture on every single fishing boat. Then we're going to take fealty, everyone's favorite military policy, because that's 2 extra settlement limit. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Have we actually completed anything? No, we don't have settlements in distant lands. It hasn't quite registered them yet, but these do still count as treasure resources. So who knows what's going to happen? Culture is not going to be a problem for us. This is the worst policy in the game. Wonders gain 1 culture and 1 happiness. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2 and just claim the attribute points. Actually, we don't need to go for the wildcard one. We'll go 2 cultural, 1 diplomatic. I think that's fine. All of my cities retaining the golden age. Now, I can only take 2 attribute points in the economic tree. So I've got to take 1 of these. I could go extra strength force. I will go for the golden age. It's not that good, but I might as well do it because otherwise I'll just have a spare point. So that's fine. It's fine. And then the science golden age. Oh, because I've gone for Silk Roads, I can't go for a science golden age. I did kind of want to keep the academies. Interesting. So I might have to actually sacrifice here an economic point or just go for the 15 gold per turn. I'm going to have to go for 15 gold per turn. It's not very good, but I would rather have the Great Library Golden Age because that's 4 academies I had 4 academies. That really is really good for specialists in this age. So that's good. We do have a wildcard point. We've got a wildcard point. That's a good spot. Now we're going to go for the science point. We still have 1 military point. So we'll go for an expansionist point, which would be really helpful. And then I'm going to use my wildcard point for another expansionist point. So we're going to have 3 expansionist points to spend. I need to work out for the exact maths of that one. So culture per age in palace and city halls, that's 18 culture per turn because I have 9 settlements. Then we're going to go for production towards constructing wonders. I like that a lot. Diplomatic. I would like happiness per age on palace and city halls because that again is 18 happiness. Makes a huge difference. Economic. Trade routes are overrated. I think going for tech and civic mastery is going to give me more gold later on. Then we're going to go for granaries. Not just going to give me culture, but they're also going to give me extra food. So let's pick that. Then +1 population in towns. That's 9 through population at the beginning of the age. And then we're going to go for 30% or 15% extra yields in specialized towns, which is amazing. So far, so good. Then we're going to go for scientific production towards constructing buildings. So huge upgrades and bonuses for us there. We have 6 settlement capacity. We need to get over to this new land or to the islands in the middle as soon as possible. And I need to research as soon as I can to shipbuilding because I really want to know what's going to happen with my treasure fleet. Food would give me a huge amount of population. Culture would let me play off the Hawaii bonus even more than I am doing already. Both are good options. Food equals culture. Yeah, more yields. Food. I should play Fish by Mr. Scruff in the background. Yeah, maybe. I'm happy to go for food. Let's go feudal monarchy. And then we've got all of my Mayan abilities. So science on happiness buildings, culture on happiness buildings, science on vegetation. We'll pick up in a bit. Bam, more yields. Lovely. All of the buildings I was building, they've all pretty much finished because I still have, where is it? The Mayan building. And the quarter is still finishing my production queue every time I get a tech. Isn't that just so lovely? Oh, yes. +1 influence in all settlements. What? Okay. Yep, that's +9 influence per turn. Sure. Okay. That's fine. The next thing I'm going to do is with all of these city-states that have appeared, we're going to start befriending them, but I'm going to befriend the science first because the first one I do is going to give me a 3 tech and then everyone after that point will give me tech, but we're going to befriend as many of them as we can. The observatory gives 4 science or +1 with a resource. So this tower, for instance, you can have a look on the left-hand side of the screen is saying 4 and then +1 science from adjacency, whereas this one says 6. However, it's only +1 from adjacency. The other one is +1 from specialist. So just because a specialist is on the tile, it's already inflating the number. It's making it seem better than it actually is. So you need to be careful because it's like if there's a better adjacency, it pays to put it on there and then build the specialists later, which can be a slightly strange thought process. Here we go. I knew if I waited long enough. Cod damn fish. Oh no, is it cod damn crabs? Crabs. Very good. Right, we need something that is going to give us a lot of relics. I think settlements in the new lands or city-states, but we're going to go in for city-states. I think city-states is our priority right now. So maybe we do that or we just settle over and do... I'm going to go city-states, that's fine. They're pretty much free. And then happiness for every marine tile in other civilization settlements. Just trust me, that one it's so good. Copies as wine as we can get because extra culture in celebrations is obscene. Right, this is a good example. Do you see that this is giving me 6 food because of +1 from specialists, whereas this one is giving me +2 from adjacency and 0 from specialists. So this in the long run is the better choice. 2 culture on marine terrain. Now we have 400 culture per turn and all of my fishing boats have 4 culture as long as my religion is there. Look at that obscene amount of culture. Come on. Hawaii is totally balanced. How did this get through? Movement to missionaries when embarked is huge though. I do like that one. Relic slots in temples with cities. Now we've got the gold for this one. Stella Maris is too good. Right, Tomb of Askia. 2 resource capacity in the settlement, 2 gold and 1 production to every resource in a city. It is one of the best wonders in the game. It's delightful. Oh wow, everyone just loves me. What is with this? Okay, food and happiness on quarters is, I can't tell you how wild this is. It's so strong. We've already got almost as much relics as we need to win this game, which is just lovely. Okay, so the tech's gonna finish. Gives me another wonder. 22% of the way into the era in your second row of resources, I know. Okay, and then this is my 25th settlement. 25 settlements, I know. And 2 wildcard points. Right, we're gonna quickly get 10% extra science for every alliance. That's a really huge one. And then we'll dip into culture and we're gonna go for the extra culture on resources. I'm going to head down there for next time. Guess the treasure fleets didn't spawn in your starting cities after all? No, they didn't, unfortunately. But they did spawn over here. So it knew enough that it was like, okay, the islands are fine, even though they're the same continents. But yeah, it didn't quite get it properly. Celebration? Oh no, not a celebration. Oh no. You know what that means. You know what that means. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking where I'm putting them. I'm just clicking on something that's green. I miss the population counter from Civ 6. That is one thing I will say. I am missing that. I'm also missing the ability to have population just automatically pop itself down. That's why I haven't got to manually do this every time. I'm just going to buy some Huzzahs. Sod it. Now all of my cities have them. Trade routes are a little bit annoying, but there is something I could do about that if I wanted to. I can get this one, which is I can establish and retain trade routes with civilizations I'm at war with. So we will pick up that now, actually. That's probably not a bad idea. Prussia can trade with people even though they are at war, which is relatively entertaining. Good. We're actually gaining quite a few points. 771, 826, 888. Yep, that's a thing. Fact, actually. Just buy the launch pad here and I'll get the city to do the satellite. There you go. I'd like to discover the map. Oil, player relationships, combustion. Okay. Military aid. This is pretty brutal. Okay. 10 war weariness. Look at that. Look at that. And then I'm just going to go bam. Smash straight through. Oh, I love it. That's great. Yep, where we're going, we don't need troops. We could just one hit everything. Oh dear, that's brilliant. So if I do this properly, staffed space flight with 6 turns, and then I will get the artifact, which gives me radio, which now gives me a bunch of production, which is just taking a turn off that. So that was 6 turns worth of space flight in one, just from city-state abuse and Maya, sorry, the Mayans. Yeah, whichever one has the, you know what I mean, the Mayans. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. That is so funny. I meant to get the economic victory. Oh, is that turn 20? Oh dear. Oh dear, turn 20. That is entertaining. Good 4-hour stream, Matt. It was really, really good fun. Nope, wasn't the score victory. We got the science victory. The science victory is what we got that. Nowhere near the score victory. It's been my pleasure. I've been Ryan. Good night. Good night. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Kappa Yobby Barani, The Uncivil Engineer, Lillian, Radiatore, Technology Poet, Poppy Dude, Clibben Thurders, Dayboy91, Mushkin Mandletort, Pete, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedge, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, MTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy's Ursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluke 79, Bob Loblaw, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovawoo, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Flower Power Bear, Dan Jamo, Buster Blader, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley, JB Genius, Arctic Fox. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye.